Access granted.
If you're interested in locations that are home to literal demons, then I'm sure that Goatman's Bridge will be right up your alley. Just to clarify, it's not actually named Goatman's Bridge, that's just what it's been come to be known as because of the legends of the bridge. This bridge is 145 feet long, and it's actually called the Old Alton Bridge. It's located about 7 miles, so roughly 15 minutes outside of Denton, Texas. Even though construction was done on the bridge in 2001 and the original structure was replaced with a concrete and steel bridge, it still looks just as creepy in my opinion.
No!
As you can probably guess, this bridge is haunted by a half-man, half-goat creature that allegedly lives under the bridge. Sounds like an inviting place, right? The bridge was built in 1884. There are 2 versions of what happened at Goatman's Bridge, so we'll start with the first version of events and then move on to the second version afterwards. In the late 1930s, an African-American man named Oscar Washburn established a goat farm with his family near the bridge. Based on the information I could find, it is claimed that Oscar lived on this farm with his wife and his children, but there are no historical documents that would verify what the names of Oscar's family members were, how many of the children lived at the farm, or how old any of them were. The Washburn family farm was well known for the cheese, meat, and hides they produced. This farm was the family's entire source of income, and everything they had for sale were things that they made by hand. From making the cheese to butchering their own livestock, this family worked themselves to the bone to make ends meet. The success of the Washburn family farm caught the attention of a horrible group called the KKK, and they were absolutely furious for reasons you can probably put together yourself. So, what did they do? They decided to go to the Washburn family's farm, take Oscar to the bridge where they had a rope hanging over the side of the bridge. They tied this rope around Oscar's neck and then pushed him over the side of the bridge and hung him. After they pushed Oscar off of the bridge, the group members made their way to the riverbank below to admire their handiwork, but to their surprise, the noose was empty. There was no sign of Oscar, and the water below the bridge was completely undisturbed. There was no loud splash that would have alerted them that his body hit the water. There was nothing. Oscar vanished into thin air. They searched for him along the riverbanks, but when they couldn't find him, they came to the agreement that if he was still alive, there was one way for sure to get him to come out of hiding, and that was to go to the Washburn home and light it up in flames with Oscar's wife and children still inside. Oscar never emerged from the darkness, though. His family lost their lives inside of their own home in the middle of the night because the group thought he was still out there alive somewhere, and it's just horrible. It's horrible what these people did to this innocent family. I'll never be able to understand hating someone just for the way they look. Humans are humans no matter what. Who cares if some of us look different or have different backgrounds? That doesn't make anyone less of a person than anyone else. It just truly disgusts me. I feel like now is a good time to emphasize that this channel is a safe place for everyone, unless your name is Colleen Ballinger or you share similar hobbies, if you catch my drift.
Stop it. Get some help.
Inappropriate behavior of any kind, including but not limited to racism, homophobia, transphobia, body shaming, bullying, and harassment is not tolerated here whatsoever. This is a safe place where my audience should be able to voice their opinions of the content and the topics we discuss, as well as your own experiences related to the topics we discuss, without fear of being attacked in the comments section, and this applies to every single platform that I post on. From here on YouTube to TikTok and Instagram, if you are ever the victim of hate speech, bullying, harassment, or any behavior that makes you uncomfortable while you are engaging with my content, please tag me in a comment so I can see what is going on and handle it appropriately. Even though I go over the majority of the comments on my content, there is a possibility that there may be things that I miss. You can also message me directly with screenshots of this behavior on TikTok or Instagram at hauntedfrog118 if you would like the situation to be handled discreetly. Your name will not be mentioned. Now that my public service announcement is finished, let's dive into the second version of what happened that night at Goatman's Bridge. This version of events takes place before the bridge was built. Similar to Oscar Washburn, Jack Kendall was also a goat herder. However, Jack wasn't a free man like Oscar was. Jack was unfortunately a slave who had been purchased by the farm owner to tend to the herd of goats. It's unclear why, but Jack was hung from a tall tree along the riverbank close to where Goatman's Bridge now stands. Unlike the story of Oscar Washburn, Jack's body did not disappear. It's a bit gruesome, so I want to give you guys a trigger warning. If descriptions of extreme injuries make you sick to your stomach, you're more than welcome to skip ahead past this part so you don't have to hear it because the details are horrific. Jack's body fell to the muddy riverbank as his head was still stuck in the noose. The force of gravity when his body fell caused his head to separate from his body, guys. After his body hit the muddy riverbank, it stood up, headless, ripped the head off of a nearby goat, and used the goat's head to replace his own as his head was still hanging from the noose. Just like the Washburn family story, there are no historical records of Jack Kendall either. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to identify how these stories started, and there's no documents to confirm any of these deaths at the location of the bridge. All of the sources that I have used to create this video will be in a Google Doc, which I will link in the description of this video in case you guys wanted to check it out. Unsurprisingly, these local legends bring along a ton of paranormal activity as well. Many people claim that if you knock on the metal of the bridge 3 times at midnight, you'll summon the half-man, half-goat creature. It's reported that the creature is accompanied by the smell of decaying flesh,
this guy stinks!
Which is a huge red flag that's basically screaming demonic. This goat man has been seen in the woods around the bridge on numerous occasions. Sometimes only the glowing eyes are seen, but other times people actually see this thing carrying goat heads and human heads through the woods.
Mother, I crave violence.
Remember when I said the goat man allegedly lives under the bridge? People claim that it sleeps during the day and it comes out at night to hunt for food, and it hates being woken up during the day. It's said that if you call its name while crossing the bridge during the day, it's even more vicious than it is at night. Some people have had rocks thrown at them as they cross the bridge.
What are you doing in my swamp?
What might cause demonic activity at this bridge, you ask? Well, part of it could be all of the evidence that's been found under the bridge of ritualistic worship, which brings along the question of, was this demonic goat creature purposely summoned? That would explain why there have been so many reports of people being possessed at the bridge and surrounding the bridge. Just from everything we've covered so far, I think the Goatman is going to haunt my nightmares. I don't know, guys. Would you be brave enough to go to Goatman's Bridge? Let me know in the comments section. I'll give you a minute. Are you typing? Alright, cool. When you're done, I'll continue. All set? Awesome. It gets worse. The bridge has been closed to traffic since 2001, but when people were still able to drive vehicles across the bridge, they would drive across at night and turn their headlights off until they got closer to the other side. When they would turn their headlights back on, they'd come face to face with the Goatman itself. Numerous cars have been found abandoned near the bridge, with their owners never being found. It's believed that the bridge is a portal to hell and that the disappearances occur if you cross the bridge at 3 a.m. Those who drove across the bridge at night and didn't go missing claim that they parked on the bridge at midnight and honked their car horn twice, and this caused the fiery eyes of the Goatman to appear on the bridge in front of them. If unverified claims from visitors of the bridge aren't enough to make you change your mind about visiting, this next piece of information might sway you, because this time we're talking about an actual police case that happened 5 years ago. On November 19th of 2018, 911 dispatchers received a call from an unnamed witness that claimed that they watched a 17-year-old boy jump from the bridge into the water of the river below. According to the witness, there were 3 people at the bridge that night. The 17-year-old boy, the witness who called 911, and another unnamed individual who was presumed to also be a witness. When the boy sank beneath the water and didn't resurface, the other 2 people that were there and who had watched it happen decided to flee from the scene instead of staying there and calling for help right away. The witness never gave the police their name or the name of the other individual who was there, so the police haven't been able to find either of them to still this day to ask them any further questions about the details of the incident. The 17-year-old who allegedly jumped off of Goatman's bridge was Lermont Stowers-Jones, but his family lovingly called him Mont. The police called Mont's parents very shortly after the 911 call came in and told his parents that their son had jumped off of the bridge and that he was deceased. Mont's parents were adamant that this wasn't something that their son would do. Mont wasn't the type of person who enjoyed exploring the outdoors, and he most definitely would not jump off of an old bridge for fun. Mont's father had dropped him off at the courthouse in Denton, Texas that morning, and he told Mont to give him a call when he was finished up at the courthouse. His father would never receive that call. Here's where it gets kind of weird. Mont's parents had no idea who their son would have taken off with and why Mont wouldn't have told them that he was hanging out with friends if that was the case. From the Denton County Courthouse to Goatman's Bridge, as I said before, it's a 7-mile trip, which suggests that it's likely Mont would have gotten into a vehicle with the 2 individuals who were at the bridge when he allegedly jumped. For some reason, this didn't raise any red flags for the police. I don't think it was ever investigated any further than locating Mont's body and labeling it as an accidental drowning. Right away, the police told Mont's parents that they would have to come to the bridge to identify their son's body. Why they wouldn't choose to do this at the coroner's office is beyond me. Now, when the police tell you that you need to come identify your loved one, you would undoubtedly assume that they found the body already, right? Yeah, no, not in this case. 20 minutes after Mont's parents got the call to come identify him, they received a call from a game warden telling them that they had drones and divers looking for Mont everywhere, and there was no way that their son's body was in the river. It makes no sense. Why would you deliver such devastating news and tell the family that they have to come to the scene right away if you don't have the body, just to have a separate agency call the family back 20 minutes later to tell them that there's no way that their son's body is in the river? Mont's family and friends sat there holding on to hope and thinking maybe he was still alive somewhere for another 16 hours, looking for him high and low in their own search, just for the police department to call them back and say, hey, I know we said he wasn't here, but we found his body submerged 6 feet beneath the water directly under the bridge. Whatever happened to saying, hey, we had a 911 call, but we're not sure yet, so we're investigating and we'll let you know what we find? It's not that hard to be honest. If you don't know with 100% certainty, then don't jump to conclusions until after a proper investigation has been conducted. This was in 2018, and I'd like to mention again that the police never thought it was important to get the name of the 911 caller or the other individual who was with them at the bridge. Even before the autopsy was done, the police consistently described the incident as being an accidental drowning. I'm sorry, but isn't it a little weird that a 17-year-old kid goes missing from the county courthouse and ends up 7 miles away in the middle of the night with 2 people that nobody knows who they are, and all of a sudden this kid ends up allegedly jumping off of a bridge when his parents adamantly stated that it's out of his character to go to a location like that? Isn't it standard procedure to at least get the name of the person who reports something like this, especially when they're the witnesses of the last moments of a person's life? They don't know their names, they don't know how old they are, or how they got Mont to the bridge. They don't know why they decided to flee the scene instead of calling for help. They don't know anything. For all we know, it might not have been an accident, and that's exactly where Mont's family's mindsets are at right now. There's too much that doesn't add up for them to just let it go. It's been 5 years since this incident, and the family still doesn't really have any answers. Not from the police department, not from anyone. They just smacked a label of accidental drowning onto this case and just said, well, off we go to the next. If you guys wanted to learn more about Mont's story or donate to the family's Justice Fund, you can visit justiceformont.com. There is a Contribute tab on the top left of the screen right next to where it says Home. And if you're interested in supporting the family, there's an option to donate $10 to the Justice Fund, which will be used to fund private investigators so the family can try to get some solid answers to what happened to their son that night. There's also a Justice for Mont t-shirt for $25, which I believe also goes towards the Justice Fund. Mont's obituary will be linked in the Google Doc in this video's description. So, have you changed your mind about being brave enough to visit Goatman's Bridge? Well, if you haven't yet, there's still time. Of course, I wouldn't forget to add some paranormal clips too. I'll be back at the end of the video, but for now, let's watch some Nightmare Fuel.
Back down here, man. It's a bad idea to be up there.
It's not safe outside right now.
As Aaron begins to show a tremendous amount of fear, he finally convinces Jay to leave the circle and join Billy and myself up on the bridge. Aaron has no idea of the consequences that this decision will have on him.
You all right?
What happened?
Dude, I just got something just came at me.
Oh, I'm coming. Where are you at?
What was that? Oh, something hit me, man. No. Whoa, dude. I'm sorry. Something hit me, bro. See, look, this is where I was. Right here. How did I get all the way back there? Oh.
As we see Aaron's flashlight in the bushes, we also see an area about 20 feet away in the dirt where he landed. Something unseen picked Aaron up and threw him this distance.
Jesus, Richard. I'm going to regular vision.
Bro,
How did you hit the ground so hard? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with your face?
You're like,
What's wrong with his eyes? Dude, did you see his eyes? Let me see your arm. You okay?
I'm bleeding everywhere, dude. I can feel blood just gushing out of me. Okay, here's what happened. I'm looking in here, and something came at me and hit me, and I literally, boom. And I was just, hey, I'm gonna go look over here. I wasn't even rolling.
What came at you?
Nothing, I don't know. It was just some, like, force. Just boom, and I just, look where I landed.
You landed here,
And
about
I happened
20
here.
feet. Did you feel something like
Hit
throw
me.
you back?
I got hit, and next thing you know,
But you look at,
I know.
look at your IR light is right here. You understand that?
okay, then this is where I was.
Your camera's a good 20 feet back there. That's where you landed, bro. This is where you were.
Honestly, it felt like this black mass just hit me, and I was just like, whoa! And then next thing you know, I'm all the way back there, dude.
This is also the exact same spot where earlier we captured the glowing eyes that had no body, and they were guarding the entrance to the forest.
And this is the entrance. It looks like a cave entrance is right here. As soon as he approached this, where we heard there's a bunch of baby dolls hanging from trees and satanic worshiping, is when you were right here, because your camera light's right there, Aaron. You landed 20 feet back there. Let me see your arm, yo.
Yeah. We got a flashlight on this side and on this side. Turning this to dictionary mode.
Leader, scratched.
Scratched? Again?
Speaking of Steve, I'm asking you specifically, are you here with us right now? We're not sure what the hell we got on this thing, but if you followed us here, please let us know. Scruple. What the hell is a scruple?
That means.
Goatman himself? I don't know.
Yeah.
The Goatman himself is here with us?
Nothing. During.
Fire. Nothing. During. Goat.
Else.
Dude, I know this is kind of terrifying to say, but maybe we shouldn't be as specific.
I know, we gotta be more broad.
Like maybe we should just ask if there's...
Yeah. That was me.
Okay. Oh God.
Do not ask open-ended questions.
I can't believe we're going against what she just said. I'm now inviting any spirits or energies or entities, anything around here that can hear me right now. Can you please come touch one of our flashlights? Come talk to us with the obelisk, or make an obvious sign that you're here.
What the fuck is that?
Oh. What?
Sorry, I thought I saw something over there.
Elemental. Isn't elemental kind of the same thing as, like, I don't know, maybe I'm reaching here, but isn't there a bunch of earthbound spirits that roam?
Yeah.
Does that make sense a little bit?
Yeah, right.
Elemental, I don't know. What?
I just got a bad ass, like, pain in my back.
Oh, yeah. Barrel.
Whoa.
Wait, say that again, because I don't know if they could hear you.
I just got like a fat pain in my back.
Again?
Like,
same spot?
Like, right here.
Wait, Chris. What?
Stop.
Isn't that red right there?
That is red.
Yo, wait on the camera. You can see so much more. Look in the camera.
It is red.
Holy shit.
But is it a scratch?
It's like a mark.
It's right. I'm gonna touch it. It's right there.
A mark.
That's exactly what hurts. Like,
Yeah.
really bad still.
Are you serious?
Yes, no, it's weird.
Did something just do this to Sam?
Wait, was that the obvious sign we were looking for?
I don't know, but it wasn't that lower back pain, like the heat.
Yeah, no,
this
it's
was
mid-back.
way
It's
up
mid-back.
here.
Yeah.
I've never, I don't think, had that.
There is a mark there, dude.
What do you think that means? Like,
That's the
bad?
obvious sign we were looking for. We
I
just
know, we
asked
just
any
asked it.
spirit.
What did we ask though? Any spirit or a
No, we didn't do. I asked. I said any spirit. I'm inviting you to
anyone
come
here.
over here.
Yeah.
Give us an obvious sign.
No.
Boom!
God.
Something smacked you.
It still
Got
hurts.
another attachment.
Oh
It still
god.
hurts though. That's the weird part. I thought like giving away the camera, it was like the camera's weight or something, but it still hurts.
Yeah.
You know, like if you like pull the muscle.
Yeah.
You don't have a mark if you have muscle pain. That's the thing. That's just so weird.
I don't know. I don't know why it's not going
Holy
away.
shit, dude, that was the sign. Living.
Paper.
Fuck.
I'm gonna go ahead and set this device on the ground like I said. Use your energy. If you need any energy, the devices that we're holding in our hands, suck all of that power out of the devices. Give us a chance, please. If you are here, tell us something.
Did you just hear someone yell?
Tell us something.
Did you just hear someone yell?
Can you say something, please? Just so we know we're in the right spot. Maybe you can let us know what this area was used for. We've got other devices here as well, but if you can first make yourself known by giving us something, then...
Him. The Goatman? What was it used for? Oh,
No way. They used to do rituals, maybe to summon him, the Goatman.
What are you saying by him? Are the stories true about the bridge? Or is the story about the woods where the man was lynched? Is that true? How about I pull out this other device here? I can set it over there on the trail. Wait. What the
you just heard that?
You didn't hear that? No. What was it? A very odd noise. That like came out of something's mouth. Right?
What? Yeah, it was like, ugh.
Hello?
That did not sound normal, right? It sounded like a human? Oh yeah. You heard it again?
No, I heard a stick flying through the trees that time.
No way.
This device right here that I set on the ground. If you can see this red light, walk up to this device, please. Touch it, walk over it, whatever you can do. We just want to know if you're around us. Unless if you physically show us what you look like. For now, we can't see you. Are you here?
I feel like I keep hearing something moving.
Yeah.
You hear that?
Yeah.
That's definitely over there.
Yes!
No
You
way.
were right. Wow. Okay. I just heard the voice. Why?
Give us a sign! Tell us where you are.
How many people are here? Are you a spirit?
There's 3 of us.
Oh my God!
What are the odds of
Yeah,
that?
dude. Okay.
Thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching through the video. It means a lot to me as a small creator, and I hope you'll subscribe to the channel and join us in future videos. I do have merch if you're interested. We have beanies, hats, phone cases for both Samsung and iPhone, posters, and shirts in a large variety of sizes. Bye guys.